This series is about how to play When the Levee Breaks on drums. In the first video, we're going to go through the meat of the song, the main groove. And in the second video, I'm going to talk about the fills. And in the third video, I'm going to talk about some live considerations. I'm also going to include a small meditation video that you can use while you're practicing the feel, getting into inside of the feel of the song. So thanks for watching. Let's get started. I love this song. I love the push and pull of the beat of the time. And I love, it's got a bunch of things that Clem loves. Slide guitar, badass harmonica, and just feel for decades. There's a question about this that I see on Zepparella's Levee video on YouTube quite frequently, where people say, you're not playing it the way that it's recorded, but that extra kick drum and snare drum that you're hearing in the song is actually an echo. But the way that Bonham plays this song is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's slow down quite a bit, but that's the basic pattern of the beat. Here is the pattern written out for you. This groove really is the groove of the song, the whole song from beginning to end. This is it. Even though there are little transitional pieces in the song, this is the meat of the song. What I think about when I'm playing this song is the one. Now when you're pushing and pulling the beat, when you're thinking about pulling the feel back but playing in time, so you're playing at the back end of the downbeat. It's easy in a live situation to kind of get carried away and forget, oh yeah, this song is supposed to be pulled back. So the way that I keep myself in check playing live to keep that nice swampy feel and not take off like a freight train because the song is so awesome and all this crazy stuff is going on the harmonica and the slide and everything is just, so awesome, but I still want to keep it held back. I think about that one. I think the one of any measure is the magic number 1. As I'm playing it, I like to feel like I'm falling on top of it. So when I'm hitting that bass drum, I feel my whole body kind of just fall on it. And as I'm playing live, I remember kick drum, and I go back and I just make sure that it's being placed just a little bit back of that beat. If you practice falling on the one, it's actually a really wonderful way to kind of get into a meditative state in your studio. Maybe you start this at the beginning of your practicing, is to really just start feeling the one of the measure. Close your eyes and imagine your whole body falling on top of that one. See what it's like to play that one a little bit right on the beat, or a little bit ahead, or a little bit back. Slow it down and play that groove until you really start understanding that. The other thing about this beat is the middle, because you've got that little anticipated upbeat on the bass drum, and then there's a lot of space before you hit that next beat. When I'm playing live, if I'm starting to speed up the song, that part of the rhythm will start to kind of scrunch up. And so I think about putting, like, kind of falling again, creating this kind of window of space between those two beats. So there's that like, boom, ba, boom, ba, ba, ba. And keeping it in time, of course, that was a little out of time, but just kind of think about putting space inside of a rhythm, inside of a beat. I know that sometimes as I'm playing live, I'll kind of check in with where the space is in the pattern that I'm playing, and I'm like, everything sounds like it's just rushing all together. And when I see the great drummers, they never do that. There's always just so much space between every beat. Every beat has intention. Okay, so I'm going to talk up next about the secret hi-hat pattern that is in this song. These are the kind of things that I love about Bonham, and maybe it's apparent to everybody who plays, and maybe I'm talking about something that everybody already knows, but when I discovered this, it just thrilled me. I never wanted to stop playing this song. So you think about the drum beat, and you think that he's just kind of playing along on the hi-hat. The hi-hat's just sort of static, right? But that is not true. There is a pattern to this hi-hat that he's playing, and it goes like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 Those accents on that hi-hat, that makes the thing swing so hard. And so play with that pattern as well. That adds something to the drums in this song that is, we don't hear it necessarily, it doesn't pop out to us, but we feel it, and we feel it really great, and that's Bonham. So at the end of the verses, we have the transitional part, and he does these nice circular, what I think of as circular kind of turnarounds here. Comes from top to bottom and then ends up here. So that's a beautiful thing. Now we're going to go into the strikes, and the bass drum leads it. One thing I like to think about when I'm playing drums is what note is leading into something new, and really planting myself there and then going. And in this case, it's that pickup bass drum, the little turnaround into those strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you leave out that bass drum like I did the second time, then it kind of gives a little bit of space there, and this is part of what you can play around with. I wouldn't play this too rigidly. Sometimes my bass drum wants to do a couple of strikes going in there. Sometimes my snare drum wants to do the extra hit. The upbeats really have to do with how you're feeling in the moment in the song, how you want to propel this part forward. And also think about that air. Think about not just hitting those things, like getting through that part. Really make sure that that behind the beat thing holds up when you're hitting those cymbals. So that's the main groove of When the Levee Breaks. In the next section, we'll talk about the fills. So thanks for watching, and see you soon.